It is officially here. The 2025 911 GT3 is officially here. And let me tell you something, it is twice the fun. Why? Because Porsche has dropped two models on today's date. We're going to get into it. We have this huge articles. We're going to get into pictures. We're going to get into info and all of the details about the vehicle. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It is your boy Javi here, bringing you another auto tech videos. For all you guys that have been telling me, hey, get a different hat, put on a different hat. Yes, your boy got more hats and they're on the way, but I repeated one that a lot of people have been telling me, which is the Yonder hat. And big shout out to Out Yonder's, great companies, great hat. They're not sponsored by me, but they're amazing quality. So what is going on, guys? If you guys are rocking with the content, remember to tune in, hit that thumbs up and the subscribe for your boy. The 911 GT3 is officially here and it's twice the fun. Let me tell you that. For all you guys that don't know much about the 911 GT3, it has only been around here since 1999 and the 996 generation also. It was an amazing car back in the days because it produced 360 horsepower with a slick 6-speed, and it did the Nürburgring at 7 minutes and 56 seconds, which obviously, to those fast forward to now 2024, almost going into 2025, those numbers are kind of not that impressive. But Porsche wanted to drop two models of this vehicle, one which is the Touring and one which is the Track Monster. Well, one of them actually has back seats. You can actually put 4 people on this vehicle. That is insane to say that you could actually have a GT3 with 4 people inside. That is wild. Well, one of them is going to have a wing and the other one is not going to have a wing. Obviously, that would be the Touring one. The good thing is that they do share a lot of common things with from each vehicles. One of them starting, which is the 4.0 naturally aspirated Boxer 6-cylinder engine. And we're going to get into the article, and it says, despite all the emissions requirement, this engine comes equipped with individual throttle bodies, amazing, to flow air into each cylinder with optimized butterfly valves. With the addition of revised oil coolers, the engine produces a mighty 502 horsepower with nothing enhancing the H6 ICE power, but this power is the same as the previous GT3. Now, the GT3 and the GT3 Touring both don't utilize a starter button to fire up the engine. Rather, the 2025 GT3 will use a rotary ignition switch. That is pretty cool. The digital instrument panel is also unique for the GT3 with the contrasting color display. When in track mode, the display that flanks the tachometer are reduced to just key data of tires, oil, water, and fuel, while also offering a flashy display to indicate when to shift. It is a complete track monster, and these companies, whenever they do these vehicles, they always go above and beyond, and that is something that I love. Drivers can also rotate the tach so that it's 9,000 RPM run line. It's at 12 o'clock position, like the old school racer school cars, the old school racing cars would prefer. Now, when you're an enthusiast to a brand, when you love Ford, when you love Chevy, when you love all these brands, Toyota, whatever brand you're an enthusiast of, having these little Easter eggs or these little add-ons, there's some things that captivate you about that you can now rotate, kind of like that 12 o'clock. We've seen it in old times. I'm gonna try to get a video and I'll show it to you guys here, or if we can see a rotated cluster here. But it's pretty cool when they add on these little things that captivate you from old times. And those are the things that drive the enthusiasts to love these vehicles. Both versions of the 2025 GT3 911 will also come as a 6-speed GT Sport manual or as the 7-speed PDK. So it's keeping the PDK with flappy paddles. The major update to the transaxle is the new final drive shaft that has been reduced by 8%. While Porsche didn't list the exact number, it says to spring a 0 to 60 in just 3.2 seconds for the PDK version, while the manual gets the same speed in just 3.7 seconds. Despite the 8% final gear reduction, these numbers match the 2022 version, which also retains the same tire size, which is 225 35 20s in the rear, and in the front 315. I mean, for the front and for the rear is 315 30 21. Obviously, if you're buying a Porsche or a 911 GT3, you're not going to be worried about the tire size, but this tire size is hella expensive. Let's get into some pictures here. And I want to go over these pictures with you guys. So the first picture we have is obviously the touring version, is the one that we can see that has no wing, and the other one, which is the track monster. To be completely honest, if you're not a fan of Porsche, then I don't know what you're doing with life. I'm more of a bigger fan of the previous model GT3, but this one is just there. This one is very, very nice. This is an interior picture. One of the things that I love about Porsche is their seats. Their seats are amazing, and I just love the cabin entirely of the Porsche. You have the big in-dash right there in the front. You have those amazing seats. We're gonna look at a picture here. This is the back of the Touring, which is for the 4-seat. I don't know what kind of people could kind of fit back there. They're gonna have to be very skinny people, because it doesn't look like there's a lot of space between the back there. This is a rear picture here of the track one, which is the one that has the wing. That's what they call like that swan neck wing. I mean, yeah, the swan neck wing. I like this car. This car is very nice. I really love the back bumper. I said it that the back bumper was going to change for this model, and the deck lip was obviously going to be a little bit higher, and this just proves to me right there. It does have magnesium wheels, so that's obviously something that's pretty cool, which is a lot lighter. Now, with Porsche giving you these two options, do you guys think that Porsche did the right move? I certainly think so. I certainly think that by then giving you these two options, you have the option of saying, you know what, I want the touring package. I just want to be able to cruise. I want to have the same power, but I don't really care about the other stuff. Well, then you have the touring package, and then you have the track one. The track one, you obviously can't fit people in the back, but is the full race track, and that is something that's pretty badass. So let's continue with the article. It says, now let's get to the parts that make the 2025 GT3 Touring and the non-touring different. First is the obvious change that doesn't have a wing. We already talked about. This is replaced by an active rear spoiler with flap. This change and matched by the body by the underbody air guides to maintain aerodynamic balance on the Touring due to the loss of wing, which obviously you have to compensate if you're losing the wing with something else. The Touring gains rear seats as an option for the first time, so it's obviously an option, but both versions are 2-seaters as standard. It also offers more leather upholstery options versus the track focused GT3, making it a bit more customizable. Now, if I would be honest with you, I see the Touring being sold a lot more than the track package, because nowadays, yes, you have the enthusiasts that love the vehicle and love to have it with all its great power and all its godly performance. But then again, there's also the comfortable side of that story, where you want to be able to be in traffic and you want to be comfortable. Obviously, when you own these kind of vehicles, you know you're in a racetrack. So even if you're in the Touring one, you know you're in a race car. But the Touring has a lot more options, just not the wing. Are you going to be able to put a wing on it? I don't know just yet if you can or not. It's not being said or detailed in the article here, but you get more options. You get more leather upholstery. You get to be able to put a rear seat in the back, which is amazing. So let's continue with the article. As if it wasn't enough, Porsche has made a watch in the themes of the 2025 911 GT3, which is this one that we see up here, and the 911 GT3 Touring package to wear on your wrist. If you're a watch enthusiast, these watches are certified, COSC certified, with the work of 0.1 to 100 movement with a flyback option. It will come with a titanium case with an optional black titanium coating on it. The dial features yellow accent, which is kind of like the Porsche, and a hexagonal structure to mimic the instrument panel, and the winding rotors is based on the GT3 wheel. Obviously, they put everything they can on this watch to mimic exactly what the vehicle's like. I feel like I just murdered that word, hexagonal. I can't speak today. The band is made from the same leather used in the Porsche upholstery, which obviously that would be a given. For the 2024, with 2024 wrapping up in the order books of the 2025 911 GT3, the GT3 with the Touring package production timing will put these GT3s in the dealers by summer of 2025. And this is the one we've been waiting for. What is the price tag to these vehicles? Well, the price tag starts at $224,000 for 195, which is pretty, I mean, it's up there. It's a Porsche and it is a GT3, $224,000 for $195. It's pretty up there. Anyways, what do you guys think? We got the touring package, magnesium wheels, 4.0 liters, 502 horsepower. There really isn't much of a change when it comes to at least performance. I would have thought that maybe a lot more than 400 would have been that, but I think they're now focusing more on the enthusiast that kind of wants to get comfortable, that wants to be in traffic, that wants to hang out with a GT3 and doesn't want to feel like it's too much of a race car and you have the touring. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are enjoying the content. What do you guys think about this vehicle? This car is amazing. I love it. I am a huge fan of the company, the 911 GT3. It is a dream car for any car enthusiast. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are rocking with the content. Remember to smash that thumbs up and the subscribe button for your boys. I'll see you guys on the next one.